Let's go back to Alphabet and talk about that one a little bit more. Daniel, I mean, it's the dichotomy here that everybody's always talking about is the idea that the advertising pays a lot less when you're on a mobile versus desktop. They're making that transition. I mean, they kind of have to do it because that's where everybody is, but it's a concern for investors. How do you parse that?
Well, eventually mobile is going to take a different form. I mean, we see Google introducing new services at its Google I/O developer conference earlier this year. They announced a new messaging app, which we've seen in Asian countries like Japan and China is the next frontier in terms of mobile search. We also see Google Home, which is Amazon Echo's competitor that's going to be coming to market later this year. And that introduces a whole new version of search possibilities with voice search, and it allows people who wouldn't otherwise go to the Google web page to really start interacting with the company's ecosystem.
Jeff, what about that? I mean, how much potential do you think Google Home has? It's that cool idea of everything connected to the internet versus the idea of Google following you around your house and recording your every move and selling it to advertisers and being your creepy, cloud that's following you around the house.
Well, look, it's where it's going, right? You've got Google and yet you've got Amazon playing in these spaces right now. And I know I actually have the Amazon Echo at home right now. And every day they're coming out with more applications that you could literally make your smart house a true smart house for very little amounts of money. I think it's going to be a space that's going to continue to grow. It's the future. And I think Amazon and Alphabet are actually the two best positioned to play in that market right now.
You have the Echo. You don't feel like it's creepy?
You want to know something? I don't feel like it's creepy. I feel like it's convenient right now.
Give me an example. I mean, give me an example. What do you
Sure.
do that you couldn't do otherwise?
For starters, I mean, if I'm in the kitchen and I remember, I'm like, okay, thought comes to my head, add it to my list, go ahead, buy milk, comes straight to my iPhone, versus having the thought, maybe forgetting about it 15 seconds later. Other things is actually turning on to my Nest, to my AC control.
Right.
I can speak to that and it can change it. But it's the future. Those are the things, especially the millennials who are coming into the marketplace. They kind of expect those things.
Right.
Where I'm looking at maybe at 43 years old, like I say, it's a little bit different. But those are things that are almost expected in the younger generation.
Yeah.
And the biggest buying demographic.
I mean, Kevin, that sounds fantastic. So if I lose my temper and I yell at my kids, it'll record it and send it to my husband's phone so that he knows that, I was short with them in the afternoon. I love that idea.
Yeah, everyone's always...
The good news is it also weighs 8 ounces, so you can kind of throw it out the window if you need to.
Perfect. Okay. I like that. Kevin, this is where we're going. I'm just going to have to edit my language when this little device is following me around the house, right?
Yeah, and we're going to have to see more adaptation of that happening right now. That's not a big push and driver right now significantly for revenues. What's really driving revenues is they're trying to do the market share on the mobile. We've seen that happen with Google vis-a-vis Alphabet, as well as Amazon. But here's what you need to think about. They are the drivers when it comes to these Internet of Things for the homes, whether you're buying it from their e-commerce website or they are actually developing them, and the costs aren't that expensive. So what they've done is it's not impacting their overall bottom line, and that's what's important if you're an investor looking at these stocks.